Good evening, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today is October 22nd, 2020, and I want to share a short piece of information with you guys. One portion of the video I did with Rivkah Ministries tonight, entitled Down the Stretch. This was a wonderful time together. The entire program was just chock full of amazing revelations. I'm going to share a short portion of that with you guys, and something that is really special to me personally. And then I'll leave the link for you guys for the full program. If you get a chance to watch the entire program, I would really suggest you do so. It is 3 hours and 16 minutes. But like I said, everything that Larry is going to be sharing here at the beginning of the program, everything Michelle shared, everything that she is seeing, it was just all so amazing. So it's really, really worth watching. So let me share this portion with you guys, and then I'll leave the link for you in the description box for the entire program if you want to go ahead and watch that.
All right, so following right up on that, I have another thing. I told you that sheep are going to have to be separated from the goats, the whole nations. Now, this table, I didn't have time to put in all my painting. Usually I like to take all my words, which are Fletcher, you'll see that in a minute, darkness, gloom, it might be darkness / gloom, and it's a dark gray. Here's one right here. I'll show you in just a minute. The black is Obama, not darkness. So I had to, that's why I'm saying I got to go through a lot of work in order to paint these tables. Then Barack, so it's Barack Obama. We're going to see that. Satanic, we're going to see that. Michelle is going to show us in a study that there is a winter torrent coming. Torrent and winter are going to be in here. Hanukkah, which Steve has been telling us now for several weeks, is when this is going to happen. The word sackcloth is going to be important to Michelle's study. Where you see blue, as in right here, is the word sackcloth. And then 6 Tevet, or December 21st, showed up on this table. Now, there were 2 dates that Steve kind of gave us. One was December 21st, and the other one was December 14th. December 14th, I think, is, what's that Hebrew month name? For Hanukkah, where Hanukkah usually comes in.
Kislev.
Kislev. I looked for Kislev 28, which is the 14th.
Midweek.
Yeah, midweek. And it didn't show up, but 6 Tevet, or December 21st, did. And then I looked for 5781, which is to the Hebrews this year now. In other words, I wanted not to say 2020 or 2021. I wanted to show the Hebrew year of this 6 Tevet. And you'll see that in the table. So now let me just kind of come up here. I'll kind of keep going between these lines here. As I said, our access term is sheep nations right here. This thing. Okay? But the next thing, I kind of left it the same color as that color. You'll see running right through here and right through here is Fletcher. Okay? Now, I had another picture I was going to bring and put on this. Fletcher means arrow maker, or the son of the arrow maker, the one who makes the arrows. That's what Fletcher means. So I left that as part of kind of like the access term, that color. So here's Fletcher running right here, crossing this purple. Notice this letter right here. It's a burgundy color. It's a tet, and it's the tet of Tav. Let's see. I'll have to look that up here. It's right here. 6 Tevet. So 6 Tevet, the tet in it is also on Fletcher. Okay, so you guys need to catch this, that Steve's name has the date 6 Tevet right on the T for the Fletcher. Okay, let's see here. What else on this Fletcher that's running down here? It doesn't have share any letters, but it does cross some things. It crosses this one right here that's standing. Standing things always have more meaning. And that word is 5781. Tav Shin Pei A. So 5781 and the date, okay, 6 Tevet are both on Fletcher. So you guys just need to see this. Steve has an anointing, a special anointing on him that he can explain when he gets on. The Lord gave him certain dates and things, and I just wanted you to see that both 6 Tevet or December 21st and 5781, which is 2020 now, this year, but 2021 to the Hebrews, okay, because their year started in September at the Feast of Trumpets. Okay, so I got Steve covered. Okay, I'm going to zoom out again so you can kind of see all of them, and we're going to begin to describe more of what you're seeing. The green is Hanukkah. Oh, I got a light green also, which is the word middle, and I forgot to put that on. So here is Hanukkah running across the length of the whole table, actually diagonal, so it kind of covers everything. Here's Hanukkah, but notice this light green is middle, okay? And this light green standing is mid, and this light green standing here is mid. So starting on, it may not be 6 Tevet, it's actually that other date, the 28th of Kislev, which is the 14th of December, is another key date. But remember, I couldn't find that date on this table. But because mid is there, it's telling you more stuff. Okay, the word satanic is purple. Here we see satanic purple right here. I got to get closer. Satanic right here. Satanic. So satanic things are going to be taking place. There's no getting around that. Michelle will describe this winter torrent, and you can see it's really over here on this side a lot. Standing is the word torrent several times. Torrent standing here and going up. Torrent standing here. Right next, notice right next to the access term. Torrent standing. So there's a torrent coming, friends. Here's another one, word by word or letter by letter, torrent standing. So it's like 5 or 6 times you see that word torrent standing. We know it's winter. And remember the 21st of December, which is this date, December 21st, is the first day of winter. So here we see winter in the light orange. And wherever you see light orange, winter right here, winter right here, winter coming down through here. So these things are, we're coming on to it, friends. I can't say I'm speculating anymore. We've got 5 or 6 different sets of eyes on this date, and a person whose name and whose history points to it. That's Pastor Steve, who's with us tonight. The word sackcloth, again, Michelle's going to have to describe that to you, but everywhere you see blue, right here, running through here, and that's all the places that sackcloth is involved. Michelle, before I go away, is there something you wanted to add while I got the table up?
Yes, thank you. I would just like to point out that the mid is kind of a dual thing. We know that Steve Fletcher was describing and showing us that we're going from the eclipse to the eclipse. And so we have that middle point that we're looking at Hanukkah. But this code is pointing out it's got Hanukkah on it, which December 21 is no longer Hanukkah. So see, it's actually factoring in both time frames is what I want to point that out. You see what we're seeing here? We got a midpoint. We got the December 14. That's what they're saying when they say mid. And they're also saying mid by mid-tribulation. So we got this middle. And middle is synonymous in the Hebrew with midnight. Okay, and that goes with all the darkness, the gloominess, the sackcloth.
Yeah. When Steve mentions, actually, Steve, if you want to jump in and just describe that part of your history where you were given 12, 12, 12, 12, 12's just stamped on you.
Yeah, I mean, in 2012, the Lord gave me a sign. He began revealing to me a date through Scripture, and he began showing me it like a code. So through Matthew 24, he showed me when you see the abomination of desolation, the Lord showed me that happened on Hanukkah. Okay. Then he showed me Daniel 9:27. It says, in the middle of the week, there will be an abomination. So I had Hanukkah, and then through the middle of the week, the abomination. So I had Hanukkah midweek, and then the Lord showed me midnight through the 10 virgins. So the Lord showed me a day, the week and the day and the time, midweek, Hanukkah at midnight. And in 2012, the calendar showed December 8th through December 16th was Hanukkah, and midweek was December 12th. And it was the year 12. So it was December 12th, just 12/12 of the year 2012. Plus my sign came at midnight, which is another 12. So my sign was 12, 12, 12, 12. And the Lord gave me the understanding of that as well, about the government of God. The perfection of God's reign on earth is the number 12. The whole temple in heaven, the 12 gates, the 12 tribes, the 12 disciples. It's the government of God. Well, anyway, on that day, the Lord sent a sign to us, and I was on my roof at midnight Jerusalem, but it was 4 p.m. in Yucatan, Mexico, and I went onto my roof with 20 witnesses. I told everybody, this is coming. I did not know what was going to come. I thought it was going to be the rapture, because I would have filmed it, because everyone was wanting to know, how could you not film it? Why don't you have that on video? Well, anyway, the Lord transformed the sun for 75 minutes. And all of us that were there, we were able to look at the sun directly for 75 minutes. I mean, you can't do that for 5 seconds, let alone 75 seconds. We watched the sun for 75 minutes. The sun got big and small. It spun. It changed colors as it was going in and out. It was like a globe, and it was just so mesmerizing. And it was a whole scene that took place for 75 minutes. This was a sign in the sun, and I consider it. I mean, that was obviously my call and my burning bush, but I think I was allowed to see something that no man has ever seen before, and it was the face of God, because the face of God is the brightness of the sun, and you can't look at it. That's the brightness of God's face, is the brightness of the sun. You can't look at it, but that's what the Lord gave me to see, and that through that, this was my calling, and an endowment was given to me of understanding. Okay. It's a prophetic gift, but I don't think the Lord put on me the mantle of prophet, but I think definitely he gave me the understanding. And so I received a gift that day to be able to see things and to understand. And so now we're transferring all of this with what the Lord showed me personally. And now we see it all line up in 2020, which is 8 years. Okay, my name, Steve Fletcher, in Gematria is 888. It's also the number of watch in Hebrew. Gregorian is my name, Steve Fletcher. Watch and 888 is connected to my name. And so 8 years from 2012, now we've got everything lining up in 2020. Okay, so midweek Hanukkah, midnight, we've got the two great American eclipses lined up exactly middle point, right? We've got the middle point. And with that, we've got the 7-year timeline from Pentecost 2017. You guys are all hearing me, right?
I hope so. I think so.
Okay. Okay. I went on a long time without hearing anything. I hope I didn't waste all half an hour here. Well, anyway, we've got from the Pentecost on 2017, which was the 70th Pentecost of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
It was the 50-year anniversary from the Six-Day War, June 4th and June 5th, 2017. From that day to midweek Hanukkah, we've got 1,290 days. Biblically speaking, is the time frame within the tribulation.
Mm-hmm.
And then from the solstice going forward 1,260 days, we go to June 4th, 2024. So we've got a 7-year timeline from June 4th, 2017 to June 4th, 2024. And we've got the beginning as Pentecost. The last day is the day that the flood ended, the 27th day of the second month. And we've got the midweek connection, everything lining up for December, and it's the day of the abomination. And Jesus said in Matthew 24, when you see the abomination of desolation according to the prophet Daniel. That happened on Hanukkah. And Jesus is speaking to us about Hanukkah. And he's speaking to us about winter. Let your flight be not in winter. It's right there. The abomination is connected to winter, the flight. And he said, for then there will be great tribulation. Let your flight be not in winter, for then there will be great tribulation. Unless those days be shortened, no flesh will survive. And I consider that it's not a 7-year tribulation. It's a 3.5-year tribulation, 3.5 years, 42 months of the reign of Antichrist. But the connection of the shortening of the days is the winter solstice. It's the shortest day of the year. Okay. Light not in winter, shortening of the days, Hanukkah, at the abomination. And so whether rapture happens on December 14th, or maybe the abomination will happen on December 14th. And that will be a final warning for rapture as the Antichrist comes into power on the winter solstice. And so one way or the other, 14th of December through the 21st of December is down the stretch. I think that is the end of where we're going. Well, it's the beginning of the Great Tribulation, but the end of, for those who are waiting for the rapture and the deliverance and the escape. So,
Steve, we're going to have Michelle. She's going to go over my tables and what she's studied, and then we want you to comment again on what you hear, and then we'll go to Pastor after you. So, Michelle, are you ready? Do your part?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, well, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. That's just 18 minutes of this video. I really wanted to continue. Everything Michelle gets into is totally amazing. I mean, you guys got to see what Michelle brought forth. Everything is connected to Hanukkah, Obama. There's a lot of information that came forth tonight about the connection between Obama, Hitler being Obama's grandfather. This is, I mean, it's confirmed through Bible codes. There were other people who do work with Bible codes, and I brought that out as part of this Zoom production that we did. So there's a lot of new information that came forth. And so I really encourage everybody to go ahead and watch that full presentation. It's just so loaded down with amazing information and confirmation of everything we're watching. And right now we're in the 8th month of Chesvan, and the next feast day on the Hebrew calendar is Hanukkah. So we're only about 52 days right now away from Hanukkah. And if you haven't taken a serious look at what we're watching, you have time to do it, but you need to get on it because this time is closing in. I started watching from the beginning of June, and now we're already in October, and there's less than 2 months remain till we come to Hanukkah. So I just wanted to share this piece of information. I was very impressed with this table that had my name in it. It crossed through the date of 6 Tevet, December 21st, 5781, crossed through Hanukkah. Midweek Hanukkah shows up, and then all the other information about darkness, gloom, Obama, Barak, satanic, winter torrent. All of this is connected to what we see coming in the Great Tribulation. And I'm very honored that my name showed up right in this table, incredibly in the middle of everything that I've been sharing about, not only for the last 4 months leading up to this year, but ever since my own sign came on Hanukkah in 2012. So I pray you guys are all blessed. Take a look at the video. I'll leave that link for you, and take a look at all the other videos I'm gonna link for you in the description box. If you haven't seen them, now is the time to get up to date. I pray you guys are all blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People, the sign of His coming revealed.